What's going on, everybody out there in TV land, on YouTube and on Facebook Live? We come to you tonight to interrupt your regular scheduled program. Hey, y'all, we got a full panel. The mic is hot. The phone lines is ready. We about to get into this thing. But before we get into it, hey, Facebook, do me a huge favor. Shoot on over to Nutz Boltz and catch us on YouTube. We gonna put a link right now. Somebody gonna drop a link in the comments. So check that link, click it, and check us out on YouTube. All right. Thank you, Facebook. Hey, YouTube, do me a huge favor. Click the like button for me. Bleep, bleep. Click that like button for me, and then slide your finger over and click the subscribe button. Again, click that like button. It's the thumbs up. Then slide your finger over and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the all button so you can get all of the notifications when we on live. All right. And make sure you share these videos. Also, we got a new thing we're doing. For every time we hit a 200 milestone with subscribers, we're going to be sending a special gift out to a person in the chat. But you have to be a subscriber. So every time we get to 200 and then 400 and so on and so forth, we're going to drop a link in the chat. We're going to find somebody and we're going to send them a special gift. All right. Appreciate y'all. So go tell your mama, your cousin, your uncle, tell the pastor, even tell that girl you don't even like that's next door. Tell them to subscribe to Nutz Boltz. All right. Also, I pinned in the Facebook my Stop Play'n Apparel, and Facebook, y'all should be watching us on YouTube now, but I pinned my Stop Play'n Apparel in the comment section. Remember, everybody needs to come and support your home, support family. We're family, so come on over and support. Click the link. It's right in the comment section right now. Click the link, and thank you very much. Last but not least, if you like what we're doing and you want to donate to us, there's a QR code on the screen. All monetary gifts are appreciated. We are thankful for the gifts. No matter if it's a big gift, a small gift. Thank you very much. And I know some of you guys are watching this on your cell phone and you're like, Ed, I can't scan it. No problem. We got a cash tag. The cash tag is $Nutz Nutz Boltz BOLTZ 1 $Nutz Boltz 1. And with that being said, welcome to Nuts and Bolts of Life. My name is Edmund Chapman. I'm from South Carolina, and I'm CEO of Stop Play'n Apparel.
I'm Sheena Nicole from Chicago.
My name is Kyra from Cali.
Hey, Sheena Nicole, who we got tonight?
So first up, we have Dion from Robbins, Illinois. Say what's up to the people, Dion.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Nice to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And next, we have Jay from Charlotte.
All right, what's up, everybody? I'm ready to get into it. Let's get into it.
And then last but not least, we have Sean from Charlotte as well.
Hey, Sheena Nicole, what's today's topic?
So today's topic is red flags when you are dating me. I am excited to hear about what these men got to say.
All right, tonight's topic is red flags when dating. So tonight, y'all, you see it's an all-male panel. So tonight we doing something different. We got Kyra. Kyra gonna host the show tonight. Kyra, come on, because we ready. I hope you're ready. Go ahead, Kyra. What you got for us?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing some role reversal tonight. I'm taking the wheel because they let me drive. So tonight's topic, as Sheena Nicole eloquently said, we're talking about red flags. And red flags we're talking about are specifically when dating. So red flags are warning signs or behaviors that indicate potential issues or incompatibilities in a person or a relationship. They are things that should stand out, and they can almost sometimes equate to non-negotiables. So we're going to dig a little bit further into red flags and see what these fellas of tonight have to say. All righty. My first question is, are all of you all's red flags deal breakers, or are some of them breakable and some of them not? What are your thoughts? Jay?
Yeah, as far as my red flags, they're non-negotiable. I stand pretty firm on, if they're red flags for a reason. So there's no reason to kind of, do the, okay, I might do this, I might do that, and I'm just kind of firm on it. So if there's a red flag, I mean, it's not nothing crazy, but red flag, I'm pretty firm on it.
All right. What's one of your red flags?
So as far as dating goes, the whole concept about too many guy friends or that whole male best friend setup, it's a red flag.
Okay.
See,
so you're not having it when you're like, once dating is established and it's a relationship between the two of you all, then she needs to let her friends go.
See, I'll say this: when it becomes monogamous and we're like seriously dating, then I believe that. I mean, I'm not saying you can't have any other guy friends, but when you just have a plethora of them, or you have this guy best friend here, and you guys are doing all this hanging out and stuff like that, it becomes indecent. So I do believe that you got to take a step back from that.
Okay, Sheena, I saw you. What do you have to say about that?
So Jay, do you have like the mentality where you feel like the male best friend and your woman could be doing something behind your back? Is that why you have that as a non-negotiable?
I dealt with something like that in the past where the person I wasn't supposed to worry about was the person they ended up dating. So I'm not saying that I'm not insecure to where I feel like they might be doing something. I'm just saying that repeat the last end of that question.
So are you right? So are you saying that is a non-negotiable for you,
right,
because you have dealt with women who that male best friend they were dealing with is more than just a male best friend? So basically just saying no altogether?
Yeah, and definitely. And I also believe the temptation is real too. So to cut out all the whole issue or the hoopla or whatever, I just say take a step back from that. I'm not saying that y'all can't be cool, cordial or whatever, but all that too friendly stuff, you just got to cease. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And I'm sure you don't have two friendly females that you're dealing with once the relationship is made. All right, Ed, I see you.
I agree with Jay. If it's a red flag, there's no turning back on red flag. A red flag is a red flag. There's no non-negotiable on red flags. There's nowhere that's small. No, there's no such thing as a big red flag or a small red flag. If it's a red flag, show you out of there. Peace out. Talk to you later. Well, one of my biggest red flags is communication. And what I mean about that is, let's say if I get Sheena number, right? And every time I'm calling Sheena or texting Sheena, it's always me calling or texting Sheena. After a while, I'm going to think about it like, do Sheena really likes me? Because why I'm always got to call her all the time or text her all the time. So what I'll do is I won't text Sheena for about 2 weeks just to see. So if Sheena don't call me or text me within that 2 weeks, that means that's a red flag to me, because I'm thinking in my head that she must not like me. Because only time we communicate is when I text Sheena or I call Sheena. So that's one of my biggest red flags. And like I always tell people, I tell them up in the front, like, I'm chilling. I'm just relaxing. If you're chilling, say that to me. Don't make me think that you like me, but I'm always the one calling you. I'm always the one texting you. And then we can go 2 weeks without talking, and you don't call me or text me. Then when I call you again, now we talking again. So that's one of my biggest red flags.
That's a good one, Ed.
I know.
Mr. Madkins, what are your thoughts?
I feel like I obviously I'm a golf instructor, so I teach. I feel like you could use certain things as teaching moments, right? Everybody wasn't raised the same way. So with that being the narrative, some people need to be taught. Some people need to be taught how to communicate. Some people need to be taught etiquette when it comes to dating. There is a such thing as dating etiquette. So a lot of people just be doing anything. So certain things like a red flag to me is some type of a warning, right? It's not always, for me, a deal breaker, because every relationship I ever been in, I messed it up. Let's start there. You know what I mean? But with that being a narrative, it's like certain things are teaching moments. You could teach them. Now, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm going to give you what you're supposed to have. If you can't latch on to it, then that point, I know that you're not for me. And then we could go our separate ways. But it's some good folk out here that we let go too fast because they just don't know better. You know what I mean? Each one teach one. And once you know better, you do better. A lot of people didn't come from two-parent households. A lot of people didn't see relationships go down and come back up. Love is, and I'm not saying it got to be physical or things or dramatic or so drastic till it hurts you, but it's some ups and some downs when it comes to love and those types of things. So I think some things can be teaching moments. You know what I mean?
So I heard you say, I'm gonna catch you again. If someone would stop the. So I heard you say you have red flags, but then they're teachable moments. Like, what is it, a red flag or not? Like, is it a communication? And I'm gonna let you know in the beginning when we decide to become an item, or when we decide that we're just dating exclusively, and because you weren't raised or don't have that etiquette, or weren't raised in that two parent household, I'm going to let you know what my red flag is and then teach you how to respect it? Or is it, I'm going to keep pushing the envelope, keep letting you push the line and keep sliding because of the fact that you weren't raised or you didn't know any better?
No. Ain't no letting them slide. When you know better, you do better. So once I tell you how to handle me, so to speak, or how to treat me, I'm expecting you to act accordingly. And if you can't handle that, then I'm gonna let you slide. You don't get the, fool me once, shame on you. But fool me twice, it's shame on me. If I keep letting you, so a bad decision is a mistake. After I let you know what happened or how to do certain things, and you do it again, that now becomes a choice. And there's a difference between the choice and the mistake. You know what I mean?
Okay. I feel you. Jay?
As far as communication go, going kind of pinning off something that AJ said, that even with communication, even when you guys are in the midst of a fight, you guys are going at it about something, I do believe that, okay, it's okay to take a step back. You guys got to calm down, cool down, or whatever. I need that. I mean, I know when I get real heated, I got to step off maybe a good couple minutes, maybe an hour or so. But then I expect to be able to have a conversation and come to a resolution rather than doing that whole trying to agree to disagree type thing. I don't do that because that leaves room for, it's that little gray area there where it can be brought back up at a later date. So I believe the communication is should be at the forefront of the relationship. And then also at the beginning you set the standard, with the whole communication thing. You let them know what it's going to be. I mean, even when it comes to like text messages and all the things you say to me, I'm closely listening. I'm trying to see how just how when you communicate, if you communicate, you guys you kind of communicate through emotion, or if you really want to use your words, want to use your hands. I mean, I'm really, I'm analyzing everything, but I do think that communication should definitely be at the forefront, but also something that should be set at the standard at the beginning.
All right, I see you, and thank you, Jay. Sean Q, what do you have to say? I saw you doing a little this over there and a little smiling. You're currently muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So that emotional intelligence, man, that's like the hugest red flag of all for me because if you can't communicate how you feel in a calm, collective manner, like there's no need for us even talking. Like I feel like women blame men a lot of the times for being emotionally immature,
Mm-hmm.
but I think sometimes logic just seems immature to a lot of women sometimes, especially in arguments and when their emotions are sky high. I do disagree with the male and female friendship because my best friend is a female. That's who I do the podcast with. Like we're together all the time, late nights, early mornings, just trying to get things together, patch it up. Sometimes we just hanging out chilling because we got that same type of energy and vibe. But it don't be no sexual contact. That's like the homie. So I get it. I get it. A lot of people do a lot of crazy stuff when they by themselves, but I still think it's possible to be able to have that platonic relationship with a female. Um, yeah.
And, Jay, I'm gonna get you because I think it's in response to what Sean Q said, and then Ed, I'm gonna circle back to you. Jay.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely agree with Sean where he said that male and females can definitely have that platonic relationship. I think that I know you said something about late night. Some that I dealt with in the past with the whole late night thing, or saying we're just hanging or whatever. It turns out that they were really doing something on the side. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but I definitely agree that they can be platonic. But I think it just like there's a respect factor there where there's certain things that kind of should be avoided. You know what I mean?
Ooh, 1 second before you go to Ed, I'm sorry. Because I'm married, so I had this conversation a lot. So me and my wife were having this conversation about that respect factor too. And I admit my response is a little childish to it, but I was like, when am I respected as an adult to be able to handle my business, still have fun, and come home in a manner that I feel that I want to come home. Like I don't feel like I should have a curfew as an adult. Like I understand the respect factor, and all that, but I'm the type of person I've had a DUI before, and I'm not gonna drink and drive. So where I'm at is where I'm at. Like you can call me, you'll see where I'm at, but I'm not a curfew type of guy. She don't have a curfew. She come home when she want to come home. I got the baby. I got our daughter. Like we good, but we adults, man. If I can't trust you to be out there and represent me in a respectable manner, then like we shouldn't be together. And I'm gonna give you the rope to hang yourself. So
Mhm.
yeah,
So
I'm a little
sounds
more
like
laid back, I
Okay.
guess.
trust is an important factor in a relationship
Facts.
building. All right, and
I want to circle back to something Dion said, Mr. Maddox. He said that we let these women go too fast. I believe that's what he said to allude it to. So if you're in like the situation I said about my red flag, or even Jay's red flag, do you think we're still letting the women go too fast? Like I said, if I'm steady, always initiating the conversation, the text messaging, the phone calls. Now I know in the Bible it says we supposed to court the woman. I get it. I've been going to church forever, but it comes to a point of time when if I'm always calling Kyra, I'm always texting Kyra, and she never initiate the call or text, how long do I supposed to continue to chase her?
Oh, she don't like you, my boy.
can I step in
I
before you?
feel that too, Sean. That's what I feel. That's why I asked Dion what he thought about it.
I
Yeah,
want to.
go ahead, Kyra.
I just want to ask a clarification. In this situation, Ed, have you communicated that, like, I like back and forth communication, or it makes my day when I hear from you? Because I personally am that person that is like waiting for you to text me, whether it's good morning or good night. And I am not really an initiator, but I appreciate when it's initiated from
And
a man.
Kyra, to be truthful, you'll be fired. I only hear because hey,
No.
this nuts and bolts. This nuts and bolts, right? So in my whole lifetime of dating, I only had this happen to me twice.
Mhm.
So I see on the other spectrum of I'm calling this lady and she calling me the exact same way. We're texting each other the exact same way. I'm not talking about nobody want to call nobody every day, all day. I'm not talking about that.
Right,
But
right.
she called me just like I call her. She texts me like I text her. So when I had this happen to me maybe two times throughout my life, I figured that those two women just didn't like me because I've seen the other 10 or whatever it might have been that did communicate. So if I ran to a Kyra, and because in the door I'm gonna ask you, Kyra, I'm gonna say, Kyra, I like you. I'm trying to. There's two things I'm gonna say. One, I'm gonna say either I'm out here chilling and I ain't know nothing, so you know and I know we could. Or I'm gonna say, Kyra, I like you. I'm trying to get to know you. So you know that. So
Communicating.
therefore, the communication to me is open. So if I'm doing all the calling and texting, like I told you how I feel, and you said cool, but you're not showing me cool or whatever. If that answers your question, I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
What's your
like
thoughts, Mr. Mac?
I I hear what you're saying, Ed, but I think at that point, since we talking biblical, we have to talk about the spirit of discernment, right? If I text, because Kyra, you the host, so you our guinea pig. If I'm texting Kyra, as soon as I hit her, she hit me right back. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the man. I'm gonna pursue her a little bit because she responded. But if I text Shorty and she don't say nothing back, then I know, yeah, I ain't finna play no games with you. I quit school because they had recess. We know, you know, when they playing and when they serious. You know what I'm saying? Because we adults. I don't know about y'all, but I'm 39 as of last Friday. So
Yeah,
I
happy
ain't finna
belated
play with you,
birthday.
Shorty. Like you know, I like you. I done made it plain. I'm spending a little money on you. I'm sliding on you. I'm opening doors. I'm pulling out chairs. I ain't finna play with you, and you ain't finna play with me. So if I'm hitting you and you don't hit right back, and then sometimes I will test you. You know what I'm saying? We played baseball. 3 strikes, you out. I'm gonna go a whole day without saying nothing to you. You don't say nothing in the whole day. We ain't on the same page. Now the next morning, I might hit you with a dry good morning, big head. You feel me? Just something slight. Good morning.
Yeah.
Let's see if you initiate a conversation off the good morning. Or it's just good morning back. Oh yeah, sure, you ain't for me. I'm
Oh
putting in
yeah,
too
that's a
much
red flag too.
energy.
Oh, that's a red flag. Them
I'm
dry
putting
ass
it.
I
text.
don't do dry text messages. I can't
Oh my
stand
Yeah,
the one.
god.
Don't one
I
line
be
me. Do
saying.
not one line me.
No one line text messages.
No.
So we got
No,
dry
you
You
fired.
text
going
messages,
high.
one
Yeah,
line
you
text
fired.
messages. Y'all need a book, a paragraph. What you
But
need?
but
Nah,
Dion
Two
Dion
sentences,
just
please.
open-ended
hold on
question.
for a second. Hold on for a second. Dion just kind of proved my point though. He said I'm gonna test you. So if you don't hit me the next day, he just said the same thing I was saying, right, Dion? And we like kind of on the same page, I believe, because you just said like I'll go the whole day without texting you or calling you. And so if you don't call or text me, then you ain't from me. Is that what you said, Dion? Did I hear it correctly?
Yeah, if we back and forth texting for let's say 4 5 days.
Hey, hold on, Dion. Hold on real quick, Dion. Hold on real quick. Hey, y'all, we about to get real into this conversation. So, Facebook, I'm about to log off again. It's a link right in Facebook in the comment section. Click that link. Come on over to YouTube. I'm about to sign off for Facebook because this conversation is getting good. So, if you want to hear the rest of this conversation, we just 20 minutes in. Come on over to YouTube. All right, y'all. All right, Dion, go ahead.
I'm saying if we're established that we text, like that's what we doing, and then like we text them for 2 3 days back and forth. But I'm always the initiator. I always got to start this little fire. All the time, I got to throw the match into that to get the fire started. I'm gonna give you a day to see if you can start a fire. I understand what you're saying, Miss Kyra. You're not an initiator, but you gonna get on this bus, baby. You gonna get on this wagon. You gonna show me. Marvin Gaye has a song. It says, "I want you, but I want you to want me too."
Okay.
That's it. It's real simple. I want you. Like it's a difference between pursuing you and chasing you. I ain't chasing nothing. I don't even chase money no more. It chased me. So I'm not gonna chase you because that means you're running from me. But I will pursue you.
He
That
lit.
means you giving me some rhythm. It's a big difference.
Okay. Got
Ooh,
like
I'm
your Sheena
telling
Nicole.
you, boy.
Look at it. Is it?
I'm gonna hit Sean and then Sheena Nicole.
Okay.
I'm gonna be brief. I may be showing my age, but on that same topic, when that song Bugaboo came out, like it changed my life. I'm not gonna contact you like over and over again just for you to like respond back. You might get two, maybe three. If I don't get nothing back, or if they even dry, like I'm just gonna stop the conversation and we're gonna keep it pushing.
It's the first time hearing of this dry text responses. Interesting.
Yeah, and
Sheena
that's like
Nicole, what
my
you got?
question too. Like, what is considered a dry text message to y'all?
Oh, I let them go.
Jay?
I don't hit me back with K. Don't hit me back with yeah. Don't hit me back with good. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you, you know what I'm saying? When it's real dry. If I'm giving you, if I'm putting it out there and I'm letting you know what it is, I want to tell you good morning. I want to know how your day
Mhm.
going. If I'm asking you, I legitimately care. So don't give me something dry back, because that's only gonna annoy me, aggravate me, irritate me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sean, I feel like you're going to say something too.
Yes, just be open-ended question, open-ended statements. It's so simple. Like if you gonna say good morning, how's your day? Or good, like just keep the conversation going. Like I'm not trying to write a book to talk to you. Like I want to have bounce back and forth. Like let the frequencies vibe or something. Like it's crazy
Mm-hmm.
with the one word responses. So yeah, that's what we talking about in dry text message.
Dry text messages.
I
I'm gonna have
think like no no, because I'm charismatic, right? So like you said, Sean, when you said that earlier, I'm gonna give you the rope. Like I'm gonna let it be dry a little bit because she might be not comfortable yet, right? A lot of women are not texters; they like to call and talk on the phone. I get that. So I'm gonna try my hardest to make you as comfortable as possible. And then once I do my due diligence of making you comfortable and you still dry, yeah, you ain't for me. You feel me? You ain't for me.
what you got, Jay?
There was a question posed. Not mean to kind of switch subject, but there was a question posed on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it was, that if you're in a relationship, do you have to talk every day? And so,
Mm.
I had seen that it had kind of sparked a lot of conversation. And me and my answer, I have to say that if we are in a serious relationship and we together, I do expect to hear from you every day. There shouldn't be a day goes by that I haven't said anything to you. You know what I'm saying?
That boy love hard right there.
Oh
I
yeah,
ain't
every bit
I
of
ain't
it.
with
I'm
that.
I'm I'm
I ain't
I'm
with
putting it
that.
out there. I know, but I have to talk to you every day. I mean, I'm not trying to run you look take it back, run your minutes up or anything like that. I just want to know that you alive, you okay. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I
Mhm.
gotta be able to communicate with you on some type of level every day. I mean, I shouldn't not hear from you at all. You know?
I feel like that could kind of tie into red flags in terms of that communication piece. And like the expectation is that we are conversing, whether it's text message, email, direct message, but there's some line of communication where, she's okay or she knows you're okay. And there needs to be that communication connection. Ed, I saw you. What do you have to add?
Well, I wanna see. There's a lot of stuff going on in this chat. I want to hear what these ladies going on in the chat. So I want to hear what these chat got to say. But Jay, I just want to say, man, every day, every
Yeah.
day.
I like every day.
Okay.
I don't like
That's
every
too
day.
much.
I don't every
You telling me,
day.
wait. You telling me that you okay with your lady not saying nothing to you all day at all?
I
You tell
prefer
tell me you okay with that?
it.
What's the
Oh, that,
frequency that you all prefer, Ed and Mr. Matkins? What frequency is it? Once a week, once a
No, no,
month?
no, no. I can talk to you. I can talk to you every other day, and maybe a good, maybe a good morning text, and that's it. I don't need to like have a whole dialogue with you every day, like a
Wow.
my wife.
yeah.
Yes, but I see you at home, so that's different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Go ahead, Dion.
Hey, listen, I'm growing the brand. I'm raising my son. It's a little different for me, and I hope Shorty chasing her a bag too. But like, I ain't got to talk to you every day. I
No.
mean, it ain't got to be where we go 3, 4 days without talking or weeks without talking. But like, and it ain't got to be because you. It could just be you were in the boardroom while I was on the golf course, and then when I got off the golf course, you was free, but I was on the Harley. Like the scheduling or the time of day, sometimes that particular day just didn't mesh.
My boy
And
been
like you
cheated
say,
on.
maybe send a quick little text, hey, how you doing? But now, right when you say that, the guy's finna leave from the gas station. So I put the phone back on the bike and I took off again. Like it'd be a lot sometimes. But
I
like
don't know. You got
every
to use the
day,
bathroom at some point. You can
Hey,
definitely
can I
say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing, or whatever." But it got to be something, some
can
type
I
of,
say this though?
you know.
Can I say this though, real quick? I think the younger me, cause Jay's younger than us. I think the younger me, I want to talk to you every day. I want to smash you every day. I want to do everything every day. I'm 43.
Mhm.
Most times I want to be alone for a second. You know? So maybe because I'm getting older. Maybe because I'm getting
Yo, hit
older.
them horns, hit them horns. Be alone.
I'll go after Sheena because I know she had been wanting to say something, but I definitely got something
Go
to say
ahead,
about
Gina.
that.
I feel like, Ed, you can be alone and have your own personal space and still talk to your significant other.
No.
And then
Yeah,
I
for
want to.
me,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna need everyday communication. I'm not
Right,
saying we need to have a full-fledged therapy session,
right.
but I want to check on you. How was your day? How was work? You need anything? Tell you about my day. And I get that men don't want to talk all the time or have long conversations, but
Hmm.
just a check in and like, how do you know that I'm okay? If I went to my girl's house and you didn't call and see if I was okay, or you haven't heard from me, or there was no communication, like, you should be reaching out. There should be some communication going on. Jay?
Oh yeah, I say this too. I also don't think an age it doesn't really has anything to do with it. I'll say this. With me, I mean I may be 26, I'll be 27 next month. My biggest thing is I'm just a conversation. I love conversation, but I mean I'm not saying I gotta talk to you all day, every day, all the time or whatever, but I should be able to, you know, have some type of communication with you at some point during that day. You know what I'm saying? I love my alone time too. I mean, my fiance already know. I'll be on YouTube, let time fly past me. But when it comes down to it, I love to be alone. But I definitely, got to make sure that I'm conversing with you in some type of uh in some type of way.
Hey,
Sean is on.
can we hear some of them chats? Kyra, can we get to the chats? I want to hear some of the chats, then get to Sean. Is it possible, Kyra? I don't want to step on your toes.
Yeah, let me just do everything in this joint without somebody helping for the chat. All right. So we have someone that said, um, let me get to the relevant part of this conversation. It's more to if you would want your partner to know, so not to worry, um, not to baby you is just a principle. Another person said, if you don't communicate every day, that's not a relationship. That's a situationship. Um, Another person said, you don't need to talk every day. Another person commented, talking every day is wild if you're not in a relationship. What kind of relationships y'all got going on? I'll read two more. Um, I want to know that he misses me or at least thinking about me once a day. Yes, come on. No
Exactly.
matter how I get. And then the last one I'm going to read is some people have professions that don't allow you to talk every day. If it's communicated that it's your norm, it shouldn't be an issue. That's an issue for me because you work a certain amount of hours a day, you sleep a certain amount of hours a day, you might commute or you might work from home. You're trying to tell me you don't have 60 seconds to pick up the phone and say, I just wanted to hear your voice.
But we all know sometimes, Kyra, that 60 seconds turn to something else.
But it
That
could be communicated. I had a long day, babe, but I just wanted to hear your voice. I gotta go. I'm gonna check in with you in the morning. Sweet
What if he
dreams.
ain't want to hear your voice?
Oh,
That's the thing
and
too, and that's
sometimes it's
okay.
that.
And that is okay. Like
I mean,
Uh,
just today.
I wouldn't care if my lady was a CEO. I wouldn't care if my lady was a CEO of a company. You got to have at least 6 seconds. To be like, okay, yeah, babe, I'm alive today. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, why do y'all feel that entitled to somebody else's time, regardless if y'all in a relationship or not? Why are you so entitled to that time that you
Talk to
feel
him,
like I
Sean.
have to give you that? Like sometimes my time is my time, bro. That's a day, that's a weekend. But I don't want to talk. I'm working. I'm me personally. I left my job. I left the trucking industry. I'm full time with my photography and media business. So it's like sometimes I don't have time to talk. Even when I come home, when I'm with my whole family is here. I will go in my studio where I'm at now and like listen, I'm good. Leave me alone. Like give me some time. Like
I
we don't
think
have to talk for the love is still. I love the hell out of you, girl, but we don't have to talk for that to be shown. Leave me alone.
I think that also goes with what you set forth at the beginning of a relationship because okay if that's your thing definitely but I mean I think that you got it's at some point I mean that's just like I'm not calling you selfish per se I'm not calling you
Nah,
personally
say
selfish
that.
but I think
I
I'm
am
not calling you
selfish.
but I think
Say
it does
that.
sound a little I do think it sounds a little selfish that
It
you're not
is.
really worried about your other half and you know what I'm saying? That whole communication thing. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be a little selfish, but now that's just kind of like
Bro, you gotta understand every day. Like I'm with my woman every day. So I want to break from you sometimes. And that shouldn't be a bad thing that I want to not talk to you. Like I'm a human being just
Separation
like
makes
you a
the
human
heart
being.
grow fonder.
Like it's okay for me not to talk. I still love you the same exact way. But I just don't want to talk to you right now. Like
separation does.
we
Oh my
take
bad,
we
And I
y'all.
want
take
to be
breaks from each
clear.
other, and that's okay.
I want to be clear. I'm not saying that I'm forcing you to speak to me every day or I
Right.
don't respect your me time or your self care or your boundaries or you doing
Right.
you or having alone time. That's not what I was trying to construe. I'm saying that what I need in a relationship is to pour into you because quality time and words of affirmation are my love languages. And that's how I need you that is in a committed relationship with me to pour into me. And once that is established in the beginning and communicated, then everyone has choices. We can still spend time together and then you do your thing on the weekends or with your photography or different things like that. I can respect your space and time needed, but at the same time, there's some things that I need as well. Mr. Matthews.
So this for Jay and you, and it seems like Miss Nicole is on the same page with you. Would you guys consider yourselves needy? Since Sean and I have considered ourselves a bit selfish, would you guys consider
Say that.
yourselves to be needy?
I don't think that needy is the word, but there are well, I don't consider myself needy. Like I don't need you talking to me every single hour, every single minute, every single day, like clingy,
Wait,
like
we
I'm
said
right
every
next to
day.
you like a shadow.
I don't
But
think
I
you mean like in the direction of I can give you a couple of text messages right here, but I'm not gonna take up your whole day. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I'll say this: I don't feel like I'm needy. I feel like that talking every day is essential. I mean it whether it's a couple of text messages or you guys are having a full blown conversation. I just feel like it's
Right.
essential.
Sheena and then Ed.
Yeah, so like I agree with that as well. Like I don't need to talk to you all day, every day. A text message, good morning, babe, blah blah blah, and then we talk in the middle of the day. If I got something to tell you about my day, good night, and that's it. Like I don't need to talk to you all day, every day. That's not what I'm saying. So no, I don't consider it being needy, wanting to talk to your significant other throughout the day, at least once or twice. I feel that's normal.
And it could even be a voice recorded thinking about you. I'm on the road. I'm about to hop on this Harley. See you later. Ed.
It sounds like y'all are very emotional and got attitudes right now. No, I'm just I'm playing. Because Sheena was shaking her head like this and stuff, getting mad because we don't want to talk to your butt every day. Get over it, child. You'll be okay. No, but what I want to do though, hey y'all, if y'all in the chat, there's a lot of people in the chat. Click the like button right now for us. Click the like button, subscribe, and we about to open up the phone calls. The phone line is open, y'all. So hit the like button, and the phone lines are open. Go ahead, Kyra.
All right. I'm gonna oh wait, Mr. Matkins.
And then once again, is this for people that like my man Sean? He lived with his old lady. Is we talking about, and no disrespect, that's just how we talk in Chicago, fam. He lived with his wife, you know what I'm saying? So he go see her. He coming home. He still gotta talk to her within the day.
I
Or is
mean,
that just for people that live in separate houses?
Right.
I've been living with my fiance every day. I've been living with her for now over 3 years, and so even with you know, I still gotta talk to you every day. I mean, on some type of level, I still have to talk to you. It's essential. It's not needy. I don't think it's overbearing. I think it's needed.
Yeah.
I
Hey, the phone lines is open, everybody. The phone lines are open. The call number is 704-891-9560. Again, the call line is open. Kyra's doing a wonderful job. These guys is coming, but Kyra's doing an excellent job, y'all. Give it up to Kyra. Kyra doing a good job, but call in, y'all. We want to hear y'all. 704-891-9560. Go ahead, Kyra.
I'm gonna hit the chat real quick. A person says you still have time to send a text, and then another person. There's a comment I want to get to it because one of the panel members were called a red flag. I'm trying to find out. Sean, you a red flag.
Oh man, I thought it was me, Sean.
Another person says, so y'all don't even say good morning or have a good day. Another person, I feel like they're calling me needy, but I'm gonna just read your comment still and not be biased. It's 24 hours in a day. Communicate that you need some private time and go to your man cave. That's what I do. Another person said, "No, that's too much talking," and I can't accept and respect that the amount of words that women usually talk in a day is less than what a man does. And we do have friends, and depending on the man, they may not want to be that friend, or it's like, call your friend because I don't want to hear all that. But there's some men that are in tune with that significant other in their life and want to know how their day was and what they have going on for the weekend and stuff like that. Another person said, if we're talking throughout the day, what we got to talk about at the end of the day. I don't consider needy, but at least a priority. And then lastly, reaching out to say, I'm thinking of you makes a person feel special. And for me, I'm a talker. There's so much to talk about. A recap of your day, how things went, how you're feeling. There's just a lot of things to talk about. But it's interesting learning from you all in terms of like what might be too much or too often or frequent. It's about knowing who you're in a relationship and growing and developing a relationship and giving each other what they need to be successful in the relationship that you build together. All
Hey,
right.
Kyra, I know you're about to move on to something else, Kyra. I want to say before you move on. Relationship is about balance, right? It's a relationship about balance. So we need balance. So we don't, me, Sean, and Deion saying we don't have to talk to you every day, but we still gonna have balance in the relationship. It's still gonna be balance, if that makes any sense. So we're still gonna give you your time. We still gonna know you love. We still gonna appreciate you. We still gonna take you out. We still gonna do everything we need to do. It's gonna be a healthy balance. We're just saying like we don't love you any less because we're not talking to you every day. We don't feel any different from you because we're not talking to you every day. It's still balance. And Shannon, don't get me dumbed down. I see you in the comment, but it still needs to be a balance to the thing. Go ahead, Kyra.
Jay, what do you have to say?
Oh no, I'm all good over here. I say, man, look, different strokes for different folks. Okay, that's all I got to say. You know, I mean, what may work for you may not work for somebody else. So I mean, I definitely understand. You know, all you guys' perception, but I mean, on some type of level, I definitely think that you know that at any type of duration that communication is definitely needed. But I mean, you know, I mean, what do I know? I mean, I'm only 26. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's about age. I think it's about experience. There's some people that have been out in them streets and that have the experience that some 90-year-old people haven't had or had to deal with. So I respect your 26-year-old, 27 next month.
The little babies.
What do you all think the most common red flags for men are, aside from the ones that you mentioned? So you said communication. You said no. What was the word for the text message that y'all called it?
Dry texting.
Dry texting. What else do you think are popular? And people in the chat hit us up with what yours are.
I can't stand no beggar.
What does that look like? Tell me about that.
We talking, you get on the phone like, boy, I sure hate that this whole light bill, dude, man. I can't
dry begging.
We got dry texting and now dry begging.
I ain't never heard of
And
that.
begging, boy.
Dry begging,
Let me,
yeah.
and let's be clear. Let me see a need and meet the need. I'm hanging out, coming around. Let me go. Hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? We seeing each other. It's going a good way. You know what I'm saying? Let's get your hair done. Let's get you a nice dress or a pair of shoes. Don't ask me for nothing. The Bible say God bless a child that got his own. You should be self-sufficient before I come into your life. I am just to add to your life. I'm not your sponsor. I'm not your sugar daddy. I'm not none of that weird stuff. Like, I'm here to add to you, sweetheart, not to supply your every need. That's Jesus. I'm a resource. God is the source. It's a big difference.
I
This
would
is
agree
in
with
like
that.
a dating relationship that you're talking about, the dry begging.
Yeah.
Like
And
when
it's
it's
a
just
lot
the two of you.
when you first get started with a lot of these young ladies. They come to you financially in a hardship and hoping you could save them or something.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's ugly out here. It's crazy.
Woo. Jay?
I will say this though, yeah. I'm just like I agree with my man's right here. When it comes down to it, I'm big on initiative. You know, I'm dating you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want you to have a place. You know, you gonna wash your ass for. You know all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on all that. But that dry begging, it's an unattractive trait. And right now, a lot of women are getting it misconstrued with the definition of being a provider. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is, of course, I want to provide, but you telling me, you know, that I have to trick on you and all this other stuff, that's not being a provider. You know what I'm saying? So they getting the lines mixed up in this current point in time. So I agree with my man right there. Yeah.
Okay. Ed?
I agree 100% with Dion, and I also think entitlement. You know, I don't like a woman to think she's entitled, she's bougie, whatever you want to call it. I think that's one of the biggest red flags, because we like somebody down to earth. We like somebody that, you know, that's calm, cool, and collected, but they still can dress nice and all that stuff. But when you think you're entitled to me taking you to a 5-star restaurant on the first date, or you think you're entitled to me, like Dion saying, paying a bill, like, no, that's a big red flag, especially when especially the first date. Because if you taking a date, the first date, and she looking for a lobster, you like, what, the first date? You know, I'm thinking about just going to get a cup of coffee. You know,
Right.
so you think you're entitled to that because you got the pow poom pang, and you like, well, I got all this, but so are we smashing at the end of this date? Like, so if I'm entitled to some ass, like, so I think that entitlement is one of the biggest things that I think people don't like.
So if you get to smash, then she can get the lobster, or if she gets the lobster,
Yes.
then you have to smash.
Yes.
If I smash on the first date, that's gonna be the last date.
You get the lobster too when you with a care
Okay.
package.
Dr. Matkins, Mr.
I,
Matkins.
I ain't with that last part, like, because and crazy. Hey, check it out. I don't mind providing something for you that you can provide for yourself. Let's be clear. Like, if reciprocity is real. If you don't mind, because they make high-end things. I wear red bottoms too, sweetheart. I get a manicure every 2 weeks as well. So if you can reciprocate what you're asking for, then that's different. It's some women out here with what we call the vagabond spirit. They homeless and they want to be riding in a Mercedes. They don't have a car at all, but you have to have a Mercedes to date them. They have never been to Papados, but they want to go to Perry's and get filet mignon. Those are two different type of women. Because I do like a little bougie something that got her situation together, because she's harder for another man to get with. So she got some standards and she carry herself a certain way. But if you left her at that table with that $800 tab, shorty would let you walk, pull out her own platinum card, pay for it, and be like, I'm good anyway. That's a different type of woman than a woman living with her mama asking you to help pay their bills. Them two different type of people.
Right. Where are y'all meeting these women at? Oof.
They out though. They out here. They definitely out here. But
Sounds like it.
that's
I,
one
I
thing.
I totally agree with Dion. Totally agree. That makes 100% sense what you said. Because when I'm thinking about the bougie, I'm thinking about that she might not have a pot to piss in, but she bougie as hell. That's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, somebody be like that song. No, baby, I got it. That's totally different. So I understand what you're saying, Dion. Jay, I think you hit your hand up.
Yeah. One thing I love is the unmitigated God. You understand me? You what I mean by that is you they're having a lot of these unrealistic um, standards, and you're not being what you're looking for. I mean, or even half of that. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
telling me you pulling up on me in an '02 Honda Accord, but I got to drive a foreign. You know what I'm saying? That 2024 is that. So you telling me that, and I don't got nothing against nobody working in low paying jobs, whatever. But I'm saying you making about 30,000, 35,000, but you telling me I got to make 150,000 to get with you, and then I wonder what you bringing to the table. You can't just bring open legs, big breasts, and a pretty smile, and you think that that's it, and that's just gonna get me. It's just you got all these unrealistic standards that you're trying to get at, but you're not even trying to meet up halfway. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the comments and then circle back with a couple more red flags that are out there aside from the ones that we've covered. A person said, hold on, men do too these days. Another person said, dudes be crying broke too and need a couple dollars. Someone else says, is it tricking if you got it or you just broke?
That's how good.
Then two more, and
That's one of
I'll
them.
get the bill. I ain't buying. I ain't buying your kids no to go though. And then another person said, "So providing only applies if you live together?" Question mark.
Mm.
No, I don't.
I
Go.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I don't think it just stops at living together. I mean, I don't think it just starts at living together. I mean, even if we dating and we're a year in and we still living, apart or whatever, I do believe that I definitely can still play my part and do, and help. You know what I'm saying? I still want you to have a place to wash your ass if you can't get it. I'm sorry.
You do your part and help. Like help what? Help pay the bills at a house that you don't live at.
No. I mean, I can. If we're living apart, that means that she still have the means to still be able to do for herself, and I still have
Mm-hmm.
the means to do for myself. But if you need help, of course, I'm gonna take the initiative and want to make sure that you good. I'm always gonna make sure that you good. You got a place to lay your head. You got the water on, stuff like that. I mean, if you can't pay, that's what I'm getting from that. But as far as doing the whole, providing on your whole lifestyle and we living apart and stuff like that, I think that that's also unrealistic. I mean, unless you got it like that and you making that money like that and you want to provide for two households and stuff like that. But that's just my thought on that.
Mr. Madkins, I keep messing up your name. I'm
It's
sorry. Hello?
it's all good, sis. So I think we are human, and the Bible teaches us that we supposed to be more like Christ, and Christ searches the reins of the heart, right? If I could see your heart and you a good person and you would reciprocate, because that's the name of the game, reciprocity. If you could give me back what I need from you, then there's no problem there. But there's too many people in this world, guys, since we talk about the guys, that we call simps. A lot of these dudes are simps. I'm not paying to sleep with you, sweetheart, because a fair exchange is not a robbery. Whatever you giving me, I'm giving you. So at the end of the day, it's a fair exchange. That don't got nothing to do with my money. It's the same thing as if I were to fall on hard times. I want somebody that's in their bag too, so they could put me back on my feet. But you're looking for women that look for men that just do. Baby, you looking for a sponsor. That's what you want. You want a sponsor. You don't want a man. You don't want a boyfriend. You don't want a husband. You want a sponsor. And this new age stuff that's going on is about sponsorship. Yeah, you could go 50-50 on the bills, because that's another thing everybody want to talk about. 50-50. What float your boat might sink ours. You know what I mean? It
Right.
depends on the house. I know plenty of homes where women make more money than their husbands, but their husbands cook and clean. What floats your boat may sink mine. If a man is able, clearly, if I got the money to pay all the bills and we married, then baby, you keep your little pecans. I'm gonna make sure we straight. But I bet
Mm.
not ever ask you for something and you say you ain't got no money.
Hmm. I agree
Like,
with that.
I foot
Because
the bill. I take care of us. I make sure we straight. Now it's my turn to need something, God forbid. And oh, we ain't got it, baby. I got to find somebody that can provide, because you can't provide for me no more. No, baby. Reciprocity. Like, yeah, we don't have to live together for me to provide for you. It all depends on our financial situations. And that's the dumbest song in the world. It is tricking if you got it. It's still tricky. It don't matter if you have it or not. It's still tricky.
Right. I'm gonna get to you in 1 second, Ed. Um, I'm gonna encourage everyone right now, or at least 3 people, to call into the phone line. The number is 704-891-9560. We want to hear from you on the phone, in addition to in the chat. 704-891-9560. What you got to say, Ed? And Sean, you look like you got something to say, so I'm coming to you next.
First of all, I want to do this for Dion because he preaching. See, for me personally, I've not been on a whole lot of dates that wasn't my woman because of simple things we're talking about tonight. I've been on a few, but not a whole lot that wasn't actually we was actually in a relationship together because of, you never know if somebody trying to get a free meal out of you, or they not going to meet you halfway, or they're not going to take you out like you take them out. So a lot of times I've not been on a lot of dates. I vetted them different ways, do conversation, do text messaging, and then we become in a relationship that I spend a world on you. So I get a lot what Dion's saying, but I think another one of my red flags is if you're not doing what you said. I think I mentioned this on another show before, Kyra. We talked about when I had my story about the young ladies. If you don't do what you say in the beginning, and then something happens to us, we get into it, and you do something totally different, to me that's a red flag, because you set a standard. We both set standards, and then the life happens. And then when life happens, you're a different person. To me, that's a red flag. Cause you can't stand on, like they say, stand on business. You're not standing on your business because you said one thing at the beginning, but then when something happened, you flipped the game on me. So that's another one of my red flags.
Okay. It's kind of like inconsistent behavior, talking about it
Correct.
but not being about it. Okay. Sean.
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna fix my language. So putting a price on your pee is a red flag for me. If you do
Mm.
have to have them large dinners and all of that, I mean, I'm gonna treat you as such. I mean, I'm with dude. It is tricking if you got it, but damn it, I got it. I pay to go to
hmm
amusement park. Damn right, I pay for this dinner so I can have some fun with you tonight. And it's gonna be all right in the morning because I understand what you want. So I want what I want. You want what you want. Here you go. It ain't nothing, but I'm still having a good time too on that date. But if it's an expensive date, what it's gonna cost me to go ahead and get what I want and get it out the way, since I know that's what you about, I'm not gonna stay with you, but I will clap
Mm.
them cheeks, and then we'll
Hmm.
just move on accordingly.
So would you say that, I see you, Ed, would you say that there are red flags for like relationships, and then kind of non-important, I guess, really no red flags if it's just smashing?
No, it's definitely a red flag because it's letting me know I can't be in a relationship with you. So that
Okay.
that that cuts that off at the door. Now, but the fun that I'm gonna have with you tonight, I know I'm gonna go ahead and have the best time of my life because it's never gonna happen again. So we're just gonna
Okay.
press on like that.
Gotcha. Ed, and then Jay, and then Sheena Nicole.
So I want to answer your question, Kyra. Then I want to go back to something Dion said.
Okay.
Um, for me and some guys I know, you can be put in a category Either I'm dating you, I'll wife you, or you just smashing. I'm perfect. Be honest with you. People get put in a category real quick. So to me, now it ain't no red flag. I'm just smashing you because I'm just smashing you. So what do I care about red flag for? Because you're just in that category. So that's how a lot of people. I know you can get into certain categories. So like back to answer your question, Kyra, if I'm gonna smash you, to me, my opinion, it's not a red flag if I'm just smashing you. It must have been a red flag to put you in that category. So once you're in that smashing category, it's no longer, I don't care now because you're in that smashing category. If that makes any sense to you. And then Dion, I get it. I'm with you on it's tricky if you got it. Did this pertain to dating, or like for me, I want to have it where when I get married, my wife is good. She don't have to work if she don't want to. She don't have to lift a finger if she wants to. She can just take care of the house and that's it. If I got it like that, if she don't have to work at all, do you still consider that tricky, or are you saying that's in dating phase?
Nah, you can't trick on your wife. That's your queen. You signed up with God. You see what I'm saying? You made a contract with God to take care of this woman through better or worse, sickness, health. Because I'm divorced. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't speaking from something somebody told me. I'm speaking from something I know. Your wife, you supposed to give her a kidney if she need one. Because that's your queen. That's your everything. It's totally different from a lady that you just dating or taking out, or as y'all say, just smashing. Like your wife get everything. If I got it, baby, you got it. Literally. And it ain't too much for that Birkin bag. We can afford it. It ain't gonna put us in the poorhouse. And you want one for the right reasons, because that's what you want. It ain't to try to keep up with the Joneses, or that's just what you desire, and we can afford it. Get two of them, because you my wife. It's totally different. Right. And that's what people don't understand. Baby mamas ain't the same as wives. Right. Girlfriends ain't the same. Your mama ain't the same as your wife, because the Bible says a man should leave everything and cling to his wife. So it's totally different when it's about your wife.
Right.
And then even with us using this type of rhetoric, even drawing the line between what a trick is and what a provider is, even a lot of the stuff that I even see on social media, if I can't take you here or do that, or whatever. Oh, this is sassy behavior, or zesty behavior. No, I think it's just being real. I mean, even with that list that came out about all the restaurants they feel like are deemed just not it for a first date. I believe that all this stuff is just like unrealistic. Even when Cheesecake Factory made that list or whatever, I mean, people became too good for the Cheesecake Factory. That's what I'm saying. It's just like they're not drawing these lines, or they're not being realistic with themselves. Where it's like, you telling me that just like what my boy Sean said, you putting a price on your pee. You know what I'm saying? It's an unattractive trait. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't think that you have to. Let's see here. How do I want to put it? I lost my train of thought, but I hope you understand. Just get the gist of what I'm saying.
Right. Sheena Nicole had something to say, and then Ed.
Yeah, I actually have a question for y'all. So, why do you think that some men ignore those red flags?
Not speaking for myself, but I mean, I feel like if some people feel like if you look good enough, that they'll just bypass all that. You know what I'm saying? Some people do think like that. You know what I'm saying? You can grace the stage, you can be out here looking like Keisha Cole or whatever. You walk by and you look good. Oh, everything go out the window. You look good. You're gonna look good on my arm. So I'm just gonna bypass all this. I wouldn't do it personally, but I mean that's how some people think about it.
I'm with you when you're right.
Again, for me, Sheena, it goes back to when I was younger. My child's mother that lives in Chicago, she's bodied up. So I passed a lot of red flags because of the looks. Now, I don't care what you look like. I'm not passing the red flag. If I see it, I see it. But when I was younger, like I said, my child's mother, she bodied up. So I all the stuff she did, I looked past it because I was just looking at that body because I had a young mind back then. So I'm looking at, man, she thick, she this, I'm about to. So the little red flags, whatever. And that's why to me, some things is age for me. Because now at 43, I want a fine woman still. Don't get it twisted with nice, but I don't care what your body look like. You can look like Delicious. If y'all know who that is.
back to
If she
delicious.
got red flags, she's still out of there. I don't got time for it. But I think I want the people in the chat and everybody to know that Sean is married, Jay is engaged, and me and Dion, we still learn to be for a woman. We're not dissing her. We're just saying some things we're just not going to accept, in these later days and these new relationships. Like Dion, I got divorced too, Dion. I don't know if you knew that. But so I still require to be with a woman. I still require to be married. But there's some things I want the people to think we're not just shaming women or like F all women. No. We still want to be in a relationship. We're just saying some things we got more standards and some things we're just not going to tolerate. And we're trying to share with the people what we don't like.
Yep. I'm going to hit the comments and then circle back, and we're going to wrap this up for today. The phone line is still open if you want to call in the next 5 minutes, 704-891-9560. A person said, red flag, women who tell a man how many other men want them. I ain't about to compete in the fantasy coochie league. Another person added, the problem is a lot of women are in relationships with men they don't want, but they use them for the provisions and then cheat on them. These women be having professional side dudes for years. Another person said, first date Starbucks, maybe breakfast, and I have it. So let's go for some closing remarks. And then I also want to give everyone the opportunity, because we have some panelists that are some Black entrepreneurs. So we want to give you your props and allow you to plug your business and what you have going on. So let's go to Sean for your final remarks on the show.
Oh, listen, I appreciate y'all for having me. Final remarks. One red flag I ain't get to throw out there was a bunch of babies and a bunch of baby daddies. That's a huge red flag. Because as a real man, at the end of the day, if I do decide to be with you, I'm taking on them kids as my own, and that's just a thankless job that I don't think any single man should make. I think that's just crazy. That's my final red flag, final remark. I appreciate y'all for having me.
And plug your business. I
Are
heard
we
you
doing that
talking about
now? Okay, okay. I'm
early
sorry.
on.
Well, let me get it up. Well, listen, Thousand Wear Productions. That's my company, videography, photography. If you need any of that service, any of those services, please contact me at Sean Q Pics. That's at SEAN, big letter QPICS. Thousand Wear Productions. I am an actor as well. You can follow me. Same thing, everything on all social media at Sean Q Pics. So yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Awesome. We appreciate you being on the show. Mr.
Yes.
Madkins,
I
final
think
thoughts, any last red flags you want to share?
gotta follow suit with my man. It's been an honor and a pleasure being on this on this podcast with you guys. The host was great. The whole atmosphere was great. I think a final red flag would be just no humility. You know what I'm saying? No gratitude. She's never content with anything. She's not grateful. Very ungrateful spirit. You know what I mean? Not being. And I'm not telling you to be complacent, because we should all strive for more. But in order to get more, you have to appreciate what you have. God said, if you be a good steward over little, He'll make you ruler over many. And that's the same thing with possessions, like real materialistic. Because I like nice things myself, but if it's not on me, it's in me. Who I am is who I am, and who I'm not, I'll never be. So just never content with anything, and always worried about what the next people got going on and try to keep up with the Joneses. Those are red flags for me.
Okay.
Pub in the business. I'm the CEO and founder of Hit It Straight Golf Academy. We're a 501c3 where we go into underprivileged, underserved areas and not only teach Black kids how to play golf, but how to get in the golf industry and how to use golf as a vehicle to navigate your way through the world. We sent over 25 Black kids to college, HBCUs, on full ride golf scholarships. They did a small documentary on me on the Golf Channel, just showing I come from a very impoverished town outside the south side of Chicago, outside the south suburbs. known as Robbins, Illinois. And with the help of God, obviously my parents and great people around me, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps and started my own foundation to help Black kids see that they could do more. You can reach me on all social media handles at Hit It Straight Golf, Hit It Straight _golf on Instagram, Hit It Straight Golf on Twitter, Facebook, and just love Black people. It ain't that I don't like nobody else, but I just love my Black people. And I pray we get rid of that spirit where men don't need women and women don't need men, because God made Adam and Eve for a reason. We need each other.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Jay.
I,
Final
oh yeah, I think that a red flag that I didn't get to put out was the need to always be right. You know what I'm saying? If we going back and forth, we arguing everything, you arguing to prove a point or just to be right. I mean, I want you to kind of, if we're arguing, I want to argue for understanding. I don't want you to be like, okay, I'm just trying to be right, or you just need to be right, or you want to hear me to say, okay, yeah, you right, or whatever. I'm not a yes man, so you want a yes man, you better go find one, because I'm not him. You know what I'm saying? I just want us to be on the same page. You know, be able to have healthy dialogue. You know, both of us understand each other, but not somebody always just has to be right. You know what I'm saying? But uh, I don't have a business yet, but I'm doing a lot of good, big things here in the near future. You still can follow me on my Instagram at Fresh Prince CLT. I'm trying to get into doing a little bit more of this stuff. I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys have me on the platform. Just to be able to have this dialogue and everybody be able to, even if you didn't agree with somebody, you were still able to understand somebody's point of view, listen, hear them out, and then, respond respectfully. So, just to be on here, hopefully I come back. But this was just amazing just to see all this Black excellence up here too. Black love, Black excellence. I love Black love. Like he said, I love everybody, but Black love smell like shea butter. I just love it. It's a beautiful thing. So, so definitely, I rock with it. But thanks for having me on.
Thank you all for being on. Ed, final thoughts or final red flags you want to share?
My final thoughts. The guys was excellent tonight. Y'all engaged. Y'all hit a lot of the good red flags. Y'all spoke well. I think the ladies really was able to understand some of the things that we articulated to them tonight. I want to thank each one of you gentlemen for taking your time out. I know everybody's busy. Everybody has things they like to do, they have to do. For coming on our platform, we thank you. Thank you, my brothers. My last red flag, and we talked about this a couple of podcasts ago, Kyra, is the masculine energy. I don't like it. I don't want to chest bump with no woman. I don't want to get into no brawl with no woman. So that masculine energy is my last red flag. Again, thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yeah. Sheena Nicole, final thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys for coming on. You did really good. I definitely learned a few different terms that I didn't know about, so thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to next week either.
Yes, and I want to thank everybody for their time, attention, and engagement. It's been a pleasure driving today, even though nobody called in. It's okay. But I definitely appreciate all of the panelists. I, too, as a single woman, have learned some vocabulary, some dry vocabulary, and some expectations and standards that certain type of people have when dating. Be content with once a week. But definitely appreciate the edification that has happened during this hour of time that we spent together. I appreciate you all. Sheena, tell us what we have coming up for next week.
So next week's topic is going to be red flags part 2. We are going to hear from the women, and I cannot wait.
Ooh, I like that.
And how can we get a hold of, and if a person wants to be on the show for next week or a panelist anytime in the future, let them know how they can contact you.
So you can hit myself, Tashina Nicole, via Facebook or Admin Chapman. If you don't have social media, you can drop a comment below in the comment section.
Excellent. Thank you, Sheena. just encouraging everybody tonight to click like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. Y'all heard the 200 goal. Tell a family member, tell a friend, tell somebody at church. Definitely hit us up, click like, and subscribe. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. And with that, Ed, I'm going to turn it back to you. Here's the keys back.
Hey, excellent show. And like always, I love you. God loves you. Go out and be great on purpose. Peace out, y'all.